You asked a question at the time you wanted to start your speech. Has social media really corrupted human interaction? The answer was yes. It will continue to be yes, and it will ever be yes. Why did I say this? Social media has really been more of a bad to good, more of a positive to negative. You mentioned something about a study conducted by USA. 72% of teens adopting social media. Well, there are a lot of things that comes with adopting social media, which you probably forgot to mention. Distraction, a lot of distraction. Now people are not able to focus for too long when they study. Research capability has dropped drastically. And also, issues of loneliness is astronomically going up. To what you said also about self-confidence, when we started doing virtual engagement, so many people who don't have that confidence will hide behind their gadgets, not to put their own confidence to test. You agree with me? And this has happened. But thanks to the fact that COVID has actually eased out and we now have that capacity and capability to have virtual engagement, when I came to this lecture, I felt that heat because it's not easy to be amidst public speaker par excellence. Yes, that definitely will drive up our confidence, and that's what physical engagement, human interaction is all about. I would also like to mention there was a study conducted in 2010. Well, social media helped engagement with people. At that point, so many things were left out. So it was an inroad, an easy move for so many things, vices, to come into the fore. For instance, racism was easy for people to adopt via social media. Sexism, pornography, and all that to teens, so many vices, and you can name it. Social media, again, has corrupted human interaction, is corrupting human interaction, and will continue to corrupt human interaction. Back to you, Mr. Moderator.
All right, thank you very kindly. We are going to open the floor now for you to ask both teams questions. If you've got a question, all you have to do is to raise your hand, and the usher would politely and majestically walk to you with the microphone. We've learned from the engagement thus far that social media can raise issues revolving around addiction, even headache, eye strain, social withdrawal, sleep deprivation, etc. We've equally heard from the con team that without social media, there cannot be connection. There cannot be that connection. If you have a question for both teams, all you have to do is to raise your hand. As I mentioned earlier, the usher will walk to you with the microphone, and then you can speak concisely. This will last for 10 minutes. Okay, Toastmaster, Madwe Egbuna is over there. Madwe Egbuna. Madwe Egbuna, not a lecture, but a question.
They say apple does not fall too far from the tree, from you. You are the tree. Thanks for this opportunity. At some point, some of us were wondering if this was Oxford or Nigerian. But we trust this is Nigerian style debate. Am I right? I wanted to know why some of us quoted there was a study, there was this, there was that, but failed to give us the source. Is there any reason for that in particular? It would validate, giving us the sources would validate.
Toastmaster, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The the speakers were able to validate their research findings. And if you are referring to a particular or a specific debater, I would like you to mention the name and then the person can speak.
Is it Toastmaster Razak? What's the name? Sitting beside Omotosha? Ibrahim. I think one other, while speaking, did not mention a particular source. And I noted it. I don't know the reason. Maybe they forgot. He forgot rather. So.
Okay, all right. That is not a question. That's an observation.
Observation, okay. Now the question, let's come to the question now. Feedback is a breakfast of champions, and positive feedback is the oxygen of champions. The question is about social media. If you say that social media, do I need to tell you what I support first? Okay, let me go to the question. The question is, social media, it is said, has played a significant role, but it has also part of corrupted the minds that wanted to be corrupted. The question is, are you saying that we should throw away, what does the proverb again? That's the question for you. What do we do that?
Okay, I suppose you're asking this team, right? Tosin, you might want to respond to that. Toastmaster Mercy, I beg your pardon. Toastmasters Madeguna, I would like to believe that the question is for this team. This team? Okay, all right. All right. I'd allow you to speak for a minute, and respond. You would like to respond to that? All right.
Okay. The topic that we are talking about, Toastmaster Austin, is the negative effects or the corrupting effects of social media on human interaction. So I wouldn't say you should throw away the baby with the bathwater, but you will do well to stay away from the addictiveness of social media. Do you know that in creating all these pictures, the pictures are perfect. The audio visual is perfect. You cannot compare it with real life. So if you are not careful, you find yourself addicted to it. It happens to children, it happens to adults, and the negative effects are overwhelming. I wouldn't advise you to get addicted to digital heroin.
All right, thank you very kindly for that. Toastmaster Mercy would like to piggyback on that for a minute or two. Mercy?
Toastmaster Austin, throwing the baby on the bathwater is not the conversation for today. We're speaking for and against. We've mentioned the benefit of Toastmasters. Even in mentioning, I concluded there are some elements of disadvantage where parental control is important. Every adult needs to develop level of discipline to say, I'm going to be on social media for XYZ time. Social media is not the problem. Human beings are the problem. You need to develop discipline to be able to utilize social media to your advantage. Social media is a vehicle, is your medium for communication. And social media has exploded my life. And I still have maintained the level of discipline to be able to maximize social media to my benefit. Moderator.
Okay. All right, the gentleman over there. Please make your question concise. I would appreciate that.
Good afternoon to the moderator and the panelists. My name is Emmanuel Otori. My question is directed to the panelists from Lentor. It is, how would knowledge exchange be done for programs that are hands-on? We're talking about the positive benefits of social media. And if this happens with the use of the social media, what about projects or programs that are hands-on, like robotics, that has to be physical? How would you deliver such programs to make it effective? You can't teach someone driving without having a car. That's practically what I'm saying. How do you teach driving using the social media without having a physical interaction?
That is such a remarkable, intelligent question. I'll speak from experience. I'm the founder of Lento. It's a tech platform that delivers leaders that are change agents for Africa. How have we delivered an agile training that is practical, immersive, hands-on, making it simple? I don't know if you've heard the phrase, KISS. Keep it simple. I'll keep the S silent. For robotics, you do it online. It's how you train the program. It's how the classes are conducted. For you to go on a self-paced education program, number one, it requires discipline. So mediums like Zoom, mediums like YouTube, like this video today, is being streamed. You go, take your time, pause, watch, practice. Take your time, pause, watch, practice. And as a result, you can now agree with me that social media is a way of life. It's part of our living. It is not going anywhere. So what is dependent on human interaction in social media is simply you require focus, you require discipline, and that is the human angle that is going to help you explode using social media. Mr. Moderator.
All right, thank you very kindly. Tosin, do you have something to add to that? Anything to add to that? Okay, you have a question. That's going to be the last question we shall take from the floor. All right, let's give her the microphone, please. Many thanks, bless your heart.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My question is for the panelists.
The pro team.
Yeah, the pro team. Thank you, that's quite an insightful challenge and data you reeled out. As an educational psychologist, carrying out a research on adverse childhood experiences in Nigeria, I've encountered some challenges. And your references are all based on researches carried out in the Western world. I'm wondering if that research or such researches have not been carried out in Africa or in Nigeria in particular, or would it be that your choice to use foreign research, data, to solve a seemingly global issue that relates to Nigeria? Is it deliberate that you chose to use data that has been carried out not for Nigerians, not in Nigeria, to solve this problem?
All right, the question is crystal
Thank you.
clear. All right, Fumi, you want to respond to that for a minute or two?
You see, just like we all know, the world is a global village. I made an example of social media leading to children developing neurodevelopmental issues like autism. Those examples are here also. If I make an example that I just made examples that are all compassing. As it is happening in Africa, it is happening in the Western world, it is happening everywhere. I have a child, that's my friend's son, that is suffering from autism. And I can say that the mother is a nurse. When she goes to work, she gives him social media from the age of 3 months. And now the baby developed autism because of the addiction to social media. Because his communication and interaction skills were not developed because of that. So we have local issues and we also have foreign issues. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and our leaders, we're going to listen to the closing comments of both teams now. They have a minute or two to deliver them. We shall listen first to this first speaker of the pro team, Toastmaster Ibrahim Kasim. 2 minutes.
In anything we do, moderation is key. On the strength of that fact, I want to implore us that when it comes to interaction, we need what is called social awareness. We need to be aware of our immediate environment. There was a report from Michigan recently about a school boy who saved the life of the entire occupant of a particular bus. So some of the kids on the bus were actually doing one thing or the other on their gadget. But for the reason that this boy doesn't have a cell phone, he was able to have that mental alertness about his surrounding. So he was able to spring into action, and he noticed the driver really having some medical emergency, and was able to help and avert a seemingly grievous occurrence that would have happened to everyone. Maybe it could have led to death or serious injuries to the kids on the bus. So we should have social awareness. We should be aware of what we have, what is around us, and I think that will definitely serve us, and we go a long way. So we need to also have a look at what our kid does. The time spent on social media should be watched, checked, and ensure that the content they also have access to are also thoroughly checked. I think this will go a long way. Thank you so much, the moderator.
All right, Toastmaster Mercy, your closing comments.
I want to particularly thank Toastmaster Motosho for making my conclusion very easy. She said the world is a global village, and that is as a result of social media. Wouldn't you agree? Absolutely. In addition, I'd emphasize the benefit of using social media. The benefits are enormous. Businesses have exploded. Interaction with the West has been seamless. Engagement with people, creating a movement and having active participation has been astronomical. It cannot be overemphasized. But in saying that, I would not fail to mention the ills that come from lack of discipline, from human interacting with social media. Social media, it's not the problem. It's the human interacting with social media that is the problem. How can a mother give the child the mobile device? You have created a problem for the child for lack of control, for lack of guidance. That parent has failed. So, my fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and honored guests today, I want to charge you. When you are on social media, there's a tool called the Pomodoro app. Time yourself every 25 minutes. Take a break. It helps with your mental alertness. It helps with your mental safety. So on this note, I stand here boldly to affirm and reinstate that social media does not corrupt human interaction, but it enhances, it builds your self-confidence, it exposes your business. So on this note, over to you.
All right. All right. Speaker. Speaker number 2 for the pro team. You're going to vote soon. We shall vote soon.
Thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The truth, my ladies and gentlemen,
is that social media has corrupted. It is corrupting, and it will still corrupt human interactions. My sister said the world is a global village because of social media. That is not true. A world has become the global village even in the 70s and the 80s when we were growing up. We were taught in social studies in primary school that the world is a global village. So it is not because of social media that the world is a global village. Don't let anybody deceive you. Honestly, how can you have meaningful interactions when you are focused on your phone? Your face is buried on your phone like the proverbial ostrich. So, nothing can replace human flesh to flesh, blood to blood interaction. The hugs we give each one another, the touch, the connections that we build can never be done on social media. And I would like to close with the statement that DTM Alana Sanye said yesterday, that when you were growing up, what was the proverb that your mother told you? What was the quote, your father's favorite quote that he says to you? Those phrases, those proverbs, they are the ones that have molded you today. They are the ones that have made you what you are, not social media. Don't let anyone deceive you. Social media has corrupted, is corrupting, and will still corrupt human interactions.
All right. All right. Thank you all very kindly. Tosi Mogeme.
It was Rumi that said, "Raise your words, not your voice. For it is rain that grows flowers and not thunder." A friend of mine shared a very pathetic story with me. Many years ago, his wife was pregnant, and he got an opportunity to travel abroad for greener pastures. Instantly, he took off because he wanted a better life for his family. He got in illegally to this country and was caught by the immigration officers. He couldn't communicate with his wife, and she eventually put to bed a set of twins. This man was in prison for about 10 years, and there was no form of communication. Eventually, he was released, and for some reason, he just couldn't come back. And his kids were growing without him. Eventually, he found a means of communication, social media. He started making video calls with his kids. It took time before they could get familiar with him. And at some point, they said to him that, "Daddy, if not for social media, we don't think we believe we had a father." And my opponent says social media corrupts human interaction. The word corrupt gained admittance into the English vocabulary in the 13th century. Social media was invented in 1997. If you do the math, you realize that social media does not corrupt human interaction. Humans are the one corrupting social media. If social media goes into extinction, human interaction will still be corrupted by racism, tribalism, strife, hatred. Social media isn't perfect, but he that is perfect should cast the first stone. We should all be thankful for social media, because with social media, you can touch more hearts than a hand possibly could. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the moment of truth. Initially, when we had the first vote, in line with the traditions of the Oxford Union Debating Society, in favor of the motion stood at 60% and against the motion stood at 40%. Let's see the team that was able to move the needle. If you are in favor of the motion, the social media corrupts human interaction, please stand up now. No fence sitting, stand up, stand up. if you are in favor of the motion that social media corrupts human interaction, stand up. Stand up. Let's vote. Okay, you're asking which side? Okay, this against the motion, for the motion. If you are for the motion, stand up. Okay, the motion is social media corrupts human interaction. If you are for that motion, stand up. Okay, if you are for the motion, stand up. Stand up. Okay, all right. All right, thank you. Say aye if you're for the motion. Okay, sit down. If you are against the motion, please rise. Okay. All right, it is crystal clear. All right, sit down. I will give that 70-40. Against 70%, and for the motion, 40%. This means that the winner of this debate is the against team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's clap the pro team now. Let's clap them. All right, Ibrahim, Mercy, Fumi, and Tosin, thank you all very kindly for the sagacity of your insights. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, our leaders, let us continue to speak up. Because when we speak up, we are able to manifest transformation through communication.
We'd like to invite our district director to please do us the honor to present this certificate to the debaters. So can we rise? So we'll be calling their names, you know them.
This certificate of appreciation is presented to Mercy George Ibafe as debater. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is my delight to present to you this certificate of appreciation as debater for this Oxford style debate. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Ibrahim Kasim. It is my delight to present to you this certificate of appreciation. Thank you. Super lady. Fool me. Very happy to present to you this certificate of appreciation as a debater for this Oxford style debate. Yeah. Thank you. To our J. Craig, I don't know before this debate, the Oxford style debate. So you have presented very well this debate. Thank you very much for your presentation, your moderation. I present you this certificate of appreciation.
Please, everybody join.
Okay, everybody.
Okay. Please, distinguished Toastmaster Patrick, please join them, please. Please give it up for the debaters. Thank you. I absolutely enjoyed the Oxford style debate. And I was thinking, come 2027, maybe this is the kind of debate we should be having for our elections, right? Our politicians. Just for it, say hi. Just for against it, say nay. The ayes have it. So we are taking it to the National Assembly that our politicians are going to have Oxford style debates.
Into Troy. You can build it up only when you burn down what is existent there. Otherwise, you just gisted, eyes have it, nay have it. It's a waste of a beautiful intellectual thought going nowhere. I want Nigerians like you to do what we need to do. Don't just have a Toastmaster club. Let's go and toast politics. Get in there and get active. Ladies, don't just look at me. That is another conversation for another Toastmaster conference. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I want to draw our attention to something that was said during the debate. And I had quite a few people come to me with their concern. And one of the debaters said a child had autism, and the child got autism because the parent was giving the child, exposing the child to social media. I would like to point out that autism is a neural disorder. Social media cannot give one autism, but it can make the situation worse. So please, let's, for those of us that express our concern, I hope our concerns have been properly addressed. We'll be moving on to another powerful panel session, and it's going to look like a fireside conversation. It's going to be power-packed, insightful, and the energy is going to be max. The moderator for this panel session is a Janelle Public Relation Officer in a multinational construction company, a travelpreneur, a fabulous wife, and mother of two, serving as the president of Uyo Premier Speakers, a fashion and fitness enthusiast with a contagious positive vibe who loves to exploit beautiful destinations and spots. Music is a therapy. Our favorite quote is, "Get busy living or get busy dying." That quote is from Stephen King. Join me with a warm applause as I welcome Grace Peter. Let's keep it going for Grace.
Good afternoon, District Director, all division leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests in this room. Good afternoon. Beautiful, thank you for that response. Today, we will be having a discussion that is of keen interest to most people in this room. That discussion is bordered on purpose, passion, and productivity, bringing back motivation and commitment to your team. It was Kimberly Douglas, an Atlanta-based CEO and founder, that said, purpose is the reason for the journey. Passion is the fire that lights the way. And productivity is the result of the commitment to both. For some people, capturing team's passion and knowing their organizational purpose can be a bit challenging, especially for leaders, even in the best of time. Much less in our world today. So I have a list of panelists that will be bringing their unique perspective to this subject matter. Dear Toastmasters and esteemed guests in this room, join me as I welcome our first panelist, none other than distinguished Toastmaster Stella Odunwa. She is a human resource management executive in the public sector in Nigeria, a skilled publisher and graphic video animator. She's also a wellness and entrepreneurial coach on We Radio Online Radio, a past Division F director, distinguished Toastmaster who believes in continuous self-development and finds joy in mentoring and building people. Let's applaud her as she comforts. Distinguished Toastmaster Stella Odunwa. Thank you for the applaud. Next on my list is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Olusoji Saliu. He's an IT professional, civil servant, speaker, trainer, and a coach. He's the president of Aso Rock's Toastmaster Club, an area director, a program quality director. He was the chairman of Toastmasters Nigeria Conference 2.0. He's passionate about helping people breaking limitation to expose their latent potential into potent reality. Distinguished Toastmaster Olusoji Saliu, please make your way there. Last but not the least on my list is none other than Toastmaster Ese Ogene Ekarika. She's my co-baby girl. She is a writer, an environmentalist, and a creative enthusiast. She joined Toastmasters in 2020. She has served as a Vice President, Public Relations, Division K, Area 23 Club Growth Director, Division K, VPPR, the incoming President of Pecten Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Toastmaster Ese Ogene. I must confess, I love the energy I'm feeding off from this place at the moment. So please, let's keep the energy, and I trust my panelists to deliver on the subject matter. So there's a particular question I'm going to throw to everyone on this team. I believe we all have comfort in our pursuits, personal life pursuits, and in Toastmasters generally. So can you please tell our audience, what is that one thing that has kept you motivated and that has sustained you over the course of your years? For you, DTM Stella Odunwa, in the public sector, in Toastmasters, what's that one thing that has kept you motivated and has sustained your commitment so far?
Thank you so much, our panel, our moderator. Good morning to everyone, our district director, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests, and my co-panelists. There is something that I know that is key to me. I love to learn, and that learning, that hunger to learn, helps me to continue to try to learn new skills, to delve into things and ensure that I give it my best. I also like the fact that I believe that life is a journey, and because it is a journey, trying to discover my purpose keeps me going, because I am someone who believes that passion comes before purpose. We grew up not knowing what we're going to become, and for many of us, we just dove into our parents' dreams and vision for us, and even the courses that we read in the university was just some of the time by trial. So since then, I have continued to search for myself and find better ways of doing things. I've also met wonderful people, and I also believe in service, giving back for all that God has done for me. All of these things have continued to keep me going and continue to help me to strive to be the best and maintain my purpose and passion. Thank you.
Thank you, that's right. Please, can we punctuate there? I'm sorry, all protocol duly observed. There's one person that has to be on this panelist. I don't think we can proceed without calling her up to this podium. Please, at this point, I would like to humbly invite none other than the Division Director of Division E, DTM, Stella George. Please, let's applaud her as she comes up the stage. So over to you, DTM Soji, your turret.
Good evening, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon, esteemed guests. Now, if I get the question right, why have I stayed in Toastmasters?
Yeah, yes, or any organization. What's that one thing that's kept you motivated in any organization or even Toastmasters?
You know, the theme for this year's Nigerian conference is very apt. It says, communicate to transform, connect, excel, and grow. And the one thing that has kept me in Toastmasters is that it gives me the opportunity to continually transform myself. Now, what does this mean? Maybe I'll just give a short story to buttress this. I remember the very first Nigerian conference I was involved in. I had a minor role to play. I was to do something in the area of publicity or something of that sort. And it was a very daunting task. I couldn't see myself carry out that role. It felt like it was impossible for me to achieve. Eventually, we never had that conference, and it felt like for me it was a failure. But several years down the line, I not only did that kind of position, I now ended up running an entire conference, and it was a success. And for me, it just tells you what Toastmasters can do. You can keep improving, you can keep growing, and you'll always get better. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly for that thought.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. If I have to speak specifically to Toastmasters and why I have stuck at leading here, I have two key reasons. The first one, it might seem selfish, but it's my money cannot waste. The instant I first heard about Toastmasters and attended my first Toastmasters meeting where I disgraced myself participating in table topics because I felt very nervous, I can't forget. But as soon as I understood about Toastmasters and then what it would cost, and I said, okay, this is something I have to put into my lifetime budget that I would always pay, especially since I'm a Nigerian working in Nigeria and earning in Naira, and I'm paying in dollars. So I was like, okay, I have to get value for my money. So if I'm being very honest, that was one of the first things that motivated me in my journey in Toastmasters. Then the second was for my personal self. I saw how I transformed. The way I used to give feedback to people I was one of those, I said what I said, you cannot come and beat me. But by the time I joined Toastmasters, I gave my first speech and I got an evaluation that was the kindest evaluation, especially in comparison with what I thought I had done. I was like, I liked how this person made me feel. You know, there's that Maya Angelou's quote I like about people might forget what you say, they might forget what you do, but they will never forget how you make them feel. So I wanted other people to have that feeling, that empathy, that care in helping you grow. And I wanted to recreate that. So I think that was what influenced me, to show that grace and extend that kindness and to ensure that my money does not waste. Thank you.
Interesting. So the question is a general question to every panelist. What is that one thing that has kept you motivated? I must say you've accomplished a lot for Division E. So go ahead and inspire us. What is that one thing that makes you passionate and has kept you on the foot?
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and our guests. If you read my bio, the last part of it says that I am very passionate about using my talent, my skills, to impact my community for good. And so Toastmasters is a community, or provided me that platform that aligned with my purpose in life. That this is what I love to do. I love to give back. That is the motivation of staying back. I have gained a lot from this organization. I feel that it's necessary. I feel that this is my life's purpose. I'll have to continue to stay back, to give back. That way, I also grow and become better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the applause. I've seen in all our responses is a desire to serve, a desire to be in company of people with like interests. For Toastmaster SA, she doesn't want to lose her money. Well, let's get to the crux of the matter, which is purpose and passion. I feel purpose and passion are two peas in a pod. People use them interchangeably. So this question is directed to DTM Stella. Explain to us, let's have some clarity. What is purpose? What is passion? So that people don't tend to mistake one for another.
Thank you very much, Moderator. As I said earlier on, I believe that passion comes before purpose. Our parents, when they watched us grow, they observed our purpose in life from the things we did before them with passion without even realizing it. Although growing up, there was a little bit of interference in the sense that parents sometimes put their dreams into their children, like wanting their children to become doctors and guiding them towards that path, whereas it wasn't what was meant for them. Now, there is a general purpose which we as humans, or because of religion or faith, we tend to say God has a purpose for each and every one of us, which is to do this and do that. But most of the time, you find out that as a young child growing up, do you really realize what your purpose is? It is only by observing the things you enjoy doing, the things you even do without realizing it. And as you continue to grow, the things that you find yourself gravitating towards, you now say, okay, this is where my talent lies. This is where what I find joy in doing. And then in the process, you now harness those innate talents and things that you love doing and turn it into a purpose, and you begin to pursue it. I'll give an example. I had a senior colleague who retired a year before me. And after a year, I asked her, please, ma, what are you doing? She said she doesn't know what she wants to do yet. And that is the question. Her children keep asking her, Mommy, what do you want to do? And she says, I can do anything. I had to let her know, because I like mentoring people, that there is something that comes naturally to her. She should look inwards. And one of the things was that she enjoyed a unique sense of fashion, and she had a unique style of doing things in terms of dressing and coming out. And I told her that is something that you are good at. She also enjoyed counseling people whenever people come to her with problems. She wants to solve them. And I said, that is your passion. Look towards it. And she said, yes, you've just hit the nail on the head. That is what I want to look at. And my children are good with social media. They will help me to really hone my skills. So most of the time, we don't know what our purpose is until we look closely and deeply into our passion. When we have the passion and we connect with it, the purpose it springs forth and it goes on. It's different from when you found yourself in a career or in a field and you are just living day to day and pursuing it, and you think that is where your purpose really lies. It's not. We need to look inwards. And that is why I'm saying this, because we need to also help our children to look at their passions and help them to gravitate towards their purpose.
Thank you, DTM. Thank you, DTM. That was stellar. It's interesting to note that you made mention of our parents or people around us observing certain things that we get to do, and they feel, okay, since she knows how to do this thing, that is related to her purpose, ultimately her passion. But some people are of the opinion that do not follow your passion. Some people strongly believe that, someone like Carol Dweck that said, in fact, following your passion is an awful advice. Toastmaster Essie, this comes to you. Do you strongly believe that one should follow their passion? If your answer is yes, tell us why. Or do you think one should just leave and then somehow, you get to discover your passion and then you live a purposeful life? So what is it for you? Do you follow your passion or not? And why?
Thank you for that question. I think the thing about passion is that it seeps into everything you do. For instance, I am someone who likes to read, I'm someone who likes to eat free, delicious food, and I like to enjoy myself. But my core field, I'm an environmentalist. I'm concluding my doctorate. But everyone that knows me, even in school, they still know these things about me. So if someone wants me to review something, you know it's, okay, now because they know I'm a Toastmaster, it's easier for you to say, Essie, please, can you help me just eyeball this document I want to send out? As opposed to say, Essie, go and welcome this person. So most times, the thing about your passion is no matter where you are, even in other organizations where I volunteer, for example, Abuja Literary will organize this literary festival every year. I know where my strengths lie. If you're sending me to go and seek for funding, it might be harder. But they know, oh, okay, we need to send content out, we need copy. So no matter where you are, your passion will seep out, right? But as it pertains to purpose, it might seem funny, but until I finished my first pathway, if you had asked me what my purpose was, I would always say, I just came to enjoy myself. But you know, Toastmasters, which is why I recommend everyone goes through the program, is that I like structure. It offers a structured way. I was on the visionary communication part, and it forces you find your vision whether you want it or not. If you're checking out the box, you're going through all the projects, it culminates in you actually finding your vision and talking to people, identifying it, and deciding your purpose. So now I can easily say, oh, my vision is I want to create an imagination library in Nigeria. It runs in about 5 countries in the world, in Canada, UK, US, where every child from 0 to 5 years old, they get at least 2 books every month for free to their home. So now, because I like reading, I like empathy, I have identified something that I know long term. This is my purpose. I want to teach empathy in a fun, creative manner. So one of the things that happens is that I like the point she made about maybe listening to other people, completing your Toastmasters pathway, finding a structure that forces or helps you identify it. Your passion will seep into anything you do. And I also have to bring the reality part. There's a reason why I'm working as an environmentalist. Because if I decided all I wanted to do was read, eat, and relax, maybe I would not be a Toastmaster. So you also have to be honest with yourself. I like to use the example of Fuke Akindele. She's this popular creator that is part of Jennifer's Diary. And Funke started off as an actress, but today she's, I'm assuming, up to at least a multi-millionaire. because she has moved and transitioned not just from acting and producing, and she has a school for film, and she even has like teaching Yoruba language to kids. Like she has diversified. Or my favorite baby girl, Rihanna. She's a Fenty millionaire right now. Rihanna sadly has not released an album in years, but she's still earning bank, right? So she's always been passionate about style and fashion. So most times I would really advise that while you're trying to get clarity on your purpose with the help of be it Toastmasters, be it your social circle, your passion is always going to seep into anything you do. So pay attention to it, keep at it, and you will definitely find your purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Essie, for that profound words. It's interesting you said that, you know, in the course of we navigating our passion and our purpose, we tend to evolve and transition. DTM Stella, please, I would like you to help us out. Everybody say productivity, productivity, productivity. But sometimes, how do we truly measure our own productivity? Do we measure it in terms of, oh, as a person, I am growing, or as an organization, I am meeting my organizational goals, and I'm not meeting my personal goal? So what is productive? What's the true measure of productivity? And if that productivity is lacking, how do we tend to, you know, set a balance in it?
Thank you very much. I'd like to use the Toastmasters as an example so that we can all relate. How you measure productivity is to check whether the goals that you set at the beginning has been met. And that goes to say that you must, first of all, have a vision. You must set a goal. If you have a team, there has to be a goal that must be shared. Everybody must align to that goal. And so at the end of the day, you go back to check, have we been able to meet our goal? That is when you can say that true productivity has happened. Because we have people that talk is cheap. We have people that have strategies on paper, that is very good. However, a few people are able to implement the strategy in order to meet the goal. That is the best way to test productivity. It can be measured. It has to be tangible. For instance, as a club, what is the goal at the end of the mandate? The goal could be that we want to be the president distinguished. How do you achieve that goal? The strategy is that we want to recruit a minimum of 10 new members for this mandate. The next goal is that we ensure that we have 2 people finish their level 1, 3 people finish their level 2, 4 people, just like that. I'm just giving an example. At the end of the day, how do you check? You cannot just come at the end of the mandate and say, we are supposed to have met a president distinguished. Did you implement the strategy that was on paper? Because if you did, you will see the results. It can be tangible. You will see it. It will be measured. You can tick it off. That is how to measure productivity in a team. Now, as an individual, I want to bring something to our attention. As Toastmasters, please. There is a hierarchy of need in Toastmasters, just like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Some people are here just to overcome their public speaking, the fear of public speaking. That is the level where they are. To some, it is the safety level where they are. They just want a supportive environment. Others have reached the stage of the self-esteem. They just want to be appreciated, recognized for the role that they are playing. You need to meet people at the level of their hierarchy. That is the best way to measure if you have been productive. As a leader, if you are not able to identify that, this person joined Toastmasters in order to actualize maybe his collaboration needs, his networking needs, and you're still placing that person at the level of somebody that is just trying to overcome their fear of public speaking. That is not productivity. Productivity can be measured, it's tangible, you can see it. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Very profound words. Productivity can be measured, it's tangible, and you can see it. Just DTF Soji, she made mentions of goals, like set the goal, have strategies. And I want us to be as realistic as possible. Let's narrow it down to some of our Toastmaster Club because we are actually struggling. You have a new member walking to a club and the person signs up. The person wants to be a Toastmaster rather. And then at that point, the person is excited about, oh, I just want to be a Toastmaster. The person doesn't have a strategy on ground. And somehow the person slips on the way. The club has its own goal of meeting the DCP goals. This individual, probably his own goal is not in alignment of the club's goal. As a leader, how do you identify that an individual goal is not in alignment with that of the club? And the second part of the question is, in that situation, how do you handle it? Do you bring him up par with the club goal, or you just have to make him understand that, hey, your goal comes first? What do you do in that instance?
Thank you. Before I go into the answer, I just want to say I just noticed something unique with me and my fellow panelists. I think I'm uniquely blessed amongst beautiful women. So please, you can just appreciate me. Now, to answer your question, maybe let's go back a bit. Whether you are a leader in Toastmasters or you are an individual pursuing a goal that is audacious, that is challenging, one thing is very sure, right? The first thing is, at some point in pursuing that goal, you are going to lose motivation. It's inevitable. It's inescapable. You will lose motivation. You will begin to doubt your capacity to reach that end goal you have. And if you are not careful, you will think about quitting, and then you would quit. It happens to all of us. The best of us, the worst of us. If it hasn't happened to you yet, it soon will. It's not a curse, it's not a prayer, but just so you are aware. So the question is, what do you do in those instances? And how do you get your team or your leadership to support that person? I look at the Toastmasters journey, right, as a marathon. It's a long distance race. Whenever we start a long distance race, I don't know how many people have run long distance races, but there's a pattern it follows. When you start, everybody is energized. You are ready to go. You are positive, you are optimistic, and then you start running. By the time you get to the middle of the marathon race, guess what? All that disappears. Now you find out that your feet are hurting, the sun is so hot on you, your throat is dry, you can't move on. And then a question comes to your mind. Why am I putting myself through all this suffering? Why am I here? And that's the critical moment, your why. So your why should be that thing that pushed you to get into that particular endeavor, whether it's a race or whatever it is. The answer you give to that question is very critical. If you are unable to find an answer, or the answer you get is a negative answer, guess what? You never achieve your goals, and then you fail. But if you're able to find a positive response that speaks to that need, you achieve, you gain confidence, and then it sets you up for higher wins. So my point is this. Before you even go into a Toastmasters club, ask yourself, why am I coming to Toastmasters? Why do I want to learn public speaking? Why do I want to serve? And it must be something that would motivate you, push you, not that it's to make someone else happy. is something that will touch you on an emotional level. And the point is, if you're able to find out why, and it's powerful enough, no matter the challenge you go through, if you can think of that why, you know that I have no choice. I have to go through. I think I'm going too far a bit. Maybe let me just wrap up and say, anyone that goes into Toastmasters for personal development, there is no way your goals would not align with the goals of the club. It's not possible. So it's just to see how to slot in those goals and have the person achieve.
Beautiful.
Let me pause there.
Awesome. Thank you. Our guests, you're not left out from this discussion. At this point, we will be receiving questions from members of the audience. Do you have questions for us? I can see Toastmaster Austin. I wouldn't like to put out the disclaimer, but I hope the question is quite concise. Is a question, they should ask you, I hope it's a question and not a lecture. I can see another hand up there. Please, ushers, can you get the mic across to the...
Good afternoon. Thank you for this auspicious platform to contribute. Now, we've talked about the purpose, passion, productivity. To me, in project management, purpose is like the planning. Passion is execution. Then productivity is the closing aspect. But in between these, or amongst these rather, Toastmaster Craig is here. Between it's for two. Amongst it's more than two. Amongst these three, there is a shadow, vulnerability. And if we've seen great men and women, great Alexander, Donald Trump, etc., but despite who they are, despite what they've achieved, there's always this shadow, which is called vulnerability, and sometimes they are exploited. How should an individual, a Toastmaster, manage their shadows? It could be personality types, it could be character flaws, so that at the end of the day, this shadow, vulnerability, does not mar their entire personality.
Thank you, Toastmaster Austin, for that question.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Olu Joseph. Toastmaster Olusoji Salu, DTM. Is it possible for my why to be changed based on the fact that I came to Toastmasters to improve on my public speaking skills? Here I am. Look at me now, in leadership. I didn't plan for leadership. I only came to improve on my communication. My why has moved, has changed. Is it possible that some of us who are seated here, who are listening to me, thought that their why we end at a particular place and then move on? Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question? Any hand? Yes. That's the last question for this session.
Good afternoon, moderator and the panelists. My question goes to DTM Stella. Director E. Division E, I beg your pardon. Okay, my question is this. What if you have passion for something and you are still broke? You've been doing the same thing for more than 5 years. You've tried different methods. What do you do after then? Thank you.
Thank you. So the first question, DTM Stella Odunwa, can you respond to it? He said, how do you manage your vulnerability?
Yes. Is this him? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Austin Madwebuna, for the beautiful question. I would like to cast my mind back to when I started my journey as a Toastmaster. I came with my fears, with my limitations. And there was something that I found very beautiful. the mentorship program in Toastmaster. Toastmasters helps you to align you with a mentor, and if you can work with your mentor will do the work. When I started my journey as a Toastmaster, DTM, Hurricane D, Duni Olashehon, I went to her and I told her, are you sure I can really do this and excel? She told me, knock out your fears. They will only cripple you. I believe in you and I know you can do it. I said, really? She said, yes. I hung onto her belief and I climbed.
That's a good place to clap.
Thank you so much, DTM Duni. The human being is capable of a lot more. But because of our fears, because of the fear of the unknown and fears concerning our abilities, we hold ourselves back. And that is why when I started, I said, go out there and strive and continue to learn. We are not people kept in boxes that must remain in boxes. We are meant to soar, spread our wings. Whatever comes your way, please, any learning opportunity, see it as a chance to discover yourself, to discover your potential. Don't say, I have never done it and I don't know how to do it. I don't think it's my passion. And then you limit yourself.
Thank you.
See life as a learning opportunity. And you will find that you will overcome your vulnerabilities and weaknesses. And give of your best at all times.
I think you just have to take out 30 seconds and give us your final words because we are rounding off. 30 seconds, please.
Thank you so much. Toastmasters offers us a whole lot of world. The opportunity to develop your club success plan should dovetail into developing your personal success plan. And work on your success plan. Continue to strive. Join teams. Train yourself. Continue to learn. Seek mentorship. Continue to grow and reevaluate yourself constantly and reinvent yourself. You will get there and you have a wonderful support to take you where you want to go. Don't give up. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Your question, DTM Soji.
Okay. Jagaban, let me be sure I got your question right.
His question said, what happens when your why change? Can your why change?
Can your why change? Yes. Okay. Now, your why is more like your life's mission, your life goal. I don't want to say your life goals. The one thing in your life that you want. And you've done this, you've been able to get to this through deep introspection and soul searching. So in that wise, it's not something that should change. It could evolve. It could grow to something bigger, but not something that will change completely. But in the context we are talking about, that some people say, okay, they want to speak, they want to do that. What I have realized is that for people, a lot of people, what they have is passion, not a purpose. And there's a big difference. Now, one thing I always say is, look, passion is good, but purpose is better. And passion and purpose is best. So if you look at it like a train track, your purpose is the track on which you are on, that is taking you to your destination. And then the passion is the grease that makes sure you move smoothly, it's effortless. So what I'll tell people is, sometimes passion is not enough. You might be doing things that you don't have a passion for, but you never know. Because real passion sometimes comes from building a skill. The passion will come if you get good at something. And then you would ask yourself, did I always have this passion? Or did it come because I got better?
Thank you.
Final words?
Absolutely.
Okay. So my final words, find your why. Make it compelling so that whatever storms, whatever challenges you have coming your way, be it in your Toastmasters journey or to meet your life goals, you will weather them and then you will be victorious. Thank you.
DTM Stella, yes, so that she answers the question.
Yes. Toastmaster Edith, you asked the question that if passion is not fetching you money, what then do you do? Okay, so first of all, passion is the fuel that fires purpose. I want you to understand that whatever you're doing now that you're passionate about, even though it's not fetching you money, it is building your capacity for the future. It is adding value to you. It is preparing you for that time when you will unleash your purpose. So keep on building. Continue with the passion. Do not lose your steam. There are some people that I've seen people, they quit their job because they say they want to pursue their passion. Please do not do that. Sometimes you need money to fund your passion. Some people, their passion is public speaking, but you know you have to renew your dues. How do you renew it? So you have to stay where you are while you continue to pursue your passion. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Money will come. Money follows where value is.
Thank you. Your final words, please.
All right. So my final word is to everybody in this room. We are all leaders in this room because Toastmasters is where leaders are made. Please, let us learn to keep to our promises. As leaders, that time that you're taking the oath of office to say that you're going to lead your club to excellence, can we keep to our promises? Let us not just take the title, take the position of office, and leave the responsibility that comes with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Issei.
I want to reference Toastmasters Austin's questions as it pertains to managing vulnerability and shadows. The truth is, I think everyone always has insecurities, even if you are the best in your field. And so it's in building structures around handling it that can help. And one of my favorites, there was a YouTube video by, he's an Iranian tech bro, and he's I don't know who has heard I am a spec. Who has ever heard that before? Me, I'm a spec. Or you are kind, you are smart. Affirmations. Who likes affirmations here? Well, there's something he said that always stays with me. And he says, you don't become confident and great by shouting affirmations in the mirror. So it's not by saying, God went foundation, or I'm going to do this, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm a public speaker. You become the best version of yourself by creating an incontrovertible body of proof that shows that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. So whatever insecurities you have, outworking your self-doubt, right? And Serena Williams, she always talks about how practice makes progress. Outworking your self-doubt. So however you're feeling, whatever goals you have, be it whatever purpose you have, when you keep at it, you are definitely going to be a better version of yourself. So ignore whatever voices you're hearing, whatever concerns you have. Build that body of proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. Thank you.
Toastmaster Issei. Please let's clap our panelists. They are deserving of it. I believe we've learned a lot from them. And for me, my take-home, I would still reference what Toastmaster Austin said. He talked about shadows. I would want to box all of that to shadows. It's interesting to know that when our shadows are quite obvious is at night, not even during the day, when we get to see our shadows. So I feel if you're quite overwhelmed with your passion and your purpose and your productivity, the shadows becomes quite insignificant. They would always be there, no doubt. But they are you try as much as you can to make them insignificant, which means that you should channel your energy on your passion, your purpose, and productivity. And then for Toastmasters, you are the example. You are the magic. You want your teams to be motivated. You want your teams to be committed. Invest in them. Be the example. Don't just want them to do it, but you actually be a mirror to them, mirroring commitment and motivation. And don't just give instruction. Those are my final words for this session. And at this point, I will call the panel discussion to an end. Thank you.
Toastmaster Patrick DTM, please come to the presentation of the certificates to the panelists and the panel moderator.
DTM Stella, a huge congratulations to you for the contribution that you have rendered on this stage today as a panelist. So on behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria, especially the organizers of this conference, I'd like to present to you this certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Looks like we need to sort the Stellas out first. Dear Division Director, our champion, Toastmaster Stella George, you can give her a round of applause. Yes, she's doing Nigeria very proud. Yes. Thank you very much for your wealth of experience and what you shared on the panel. On behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers of this conference, I would like to appreciate you and present to you the certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much. My chairman, Soji. It was interesting to hear your story at the beginning when you said you were able to move from just a committee to running the whole conference. And I'm very much aware of it. We will take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to you again for the great work that you did. Please give him a huge round of applause. Thank you. And then I listened to you keenly, especially to some of the very important points that you made about purpose. I thought you were spot on. So on behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers of this conference, I'd like to thank you and present to you this certificate of appreciation.
Let me shake you.
So it's okay if I call you Prof, right?
Yes.
It was nice to see how enthusiastic and passionate you were about the topic as you were sharing. Thank you very much for the contributions that you've made. And so on behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers of this conference, I would like to present to you this certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I guess someone felt the way you have been able to manage this panel and the conversation that maybe you deserve the accolade and the award of a DTM. So I guess the printer was in the spirit and went ahead to award you the DTM. You just need to wait for your plaque from TI. It's on your way. Okay? It was an exciting one. It was pretty interesting, and you were so committed to it. I saw that you liked the topic itself, and your confidence was very visible. Thank you very much. On behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers of this conference, I'd like to appreciate you and present you these certificates.
fellow Toastmasters and guests, Toastmaster Amy, Toastmaster Amy, Toastmaster Amy, please join me. We want to celebrate and appreciate one of our own. This conference is a success, partly because of the role that Toastmaster Amy has played in it. This venue that was used in Civic Centre, if we had to pay for it, it would cost us in the neighborhood of 10 million naira, which means for the 2 days, we would need to pay out around 20 million naira. But Toastmaster Amy did something remarkable that took the pressure off us, because in the first 4 weeks, we were running around like headless chickens, thinking of how to raise the money for the venue alone, because we wanted to have a conference that would be prestigious, something that would be better than 1.0. Toastmaster Amy stepped in. Matter of fact, when she was having this engagement and conversation, we didn't know it was happening until out of the blues, she shined on us, or shone on us like the sun after a stormy weather. The news that brought relief to everybody in the committee was, you can use Civic Centre for your conference for free. And just to highlight, shed some light on the kind of person that she is and the heart that she has. She's been around for a while, and she came in codedly. Her plan was to come in, enjoy the conference, and leave quietly. But then, a golden fish has no hiding place. We saw her like there is no way that you would be here and we would not celebrate you. And just so you know, she's just arriving Lagos today and decided she has to show up to celebrate with us. Toastmaster Amy. And for those of you that don't know, she is the president of Eagle Toastmasters Club. And you know what Eagles they are known for. You know what Eagles are known for. Toastmaster Amy, we want to appreciate you. If we have to put it in words, it would not be able to convey the appreciation, the happiness, the delight, and the relief that you brought to everybody. Maybe I'm not putting this the right way, Toastmaster Steve, because you know how it was. You know what the feeling was like those few months of us trying to raise money for this conference, because we wanted Civic Centre, we wanted something prestigious, and nowhere else was going to cut it for us. So I'm going to allow Toastmaster Steve appreciate her, and I'll allow our past district director do, and then our district director is also going to share some words of appreciation on her, because she single-handedly gave us a conference that we're proud of today.
Thank you, DTM Chidi. There's something we call a light bulb moment, and that light bulb moment is a moment that something just sparks up. It was in our moment of despair when we were running helter-skelter looking for a venue that would meet the standards, and we had gone all around and there was no hope. Suddenly, that gleam of light just came through this lady. I was just chatting with her and she said, okay, you want to use Civic Centre? Yes, we kept on chatting. She said she will get it for us. And so I left it at that, with some kind of doubt. Suddenly, I think a week after, she just sent me a text. Just like that you can use Civic Centre for 2 days pro bono. So, I threw that on the conference platform, and the whole place went agog. And it was like, wow, this thing is, it was like something that was unreal. The whole platform went on fire that day. And from then on, it was a turning point in the moment of this conference. I can't thank you enough. You are an asset to this conference, and nothing is too much to say. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I had not met you before this. I'm meeting you for the first time, and I'm very proud to be associated with you. Thank you so much.
She understands French.
Yes. So,
And the district director is going to speak to her in French.
yes.
So I'm not going to spend so much of time, but to say that the interesting thing about life is that each and every one of us always have the opportunity to make our own contributions. It's just that we have to find that opportunity. Opportunity always presents itself for us. It's just left for us to see it. And we're so grateful to you for seizing this opportunity. We can't thank you enough, but for seizing this opportunity to put smile on these faces, to make sure that this dream of rolling this conference from year to year is still being kept on. Thank you very much. I will stop in English and let her hear it in French.
Thank you very much, DJ Patrick. No, Patrick, please. No, I agree all the appreciation and what you said for her, and I continue in French pour vous dire combien nous sommes heureux. Tout le monde est heureux de ce que vous avez fait. Bravo à vous. Ça a été sympa. Non, mais franchement, bravo.
What's happening is the biggest boss in the business.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
So you just said bravo.
Merci, congratulations.
But you know what bravo is, isn't it? C'est pas normal?
Non, c'est normal.
Ah, c'est normal. Pas de problème, c'est normal. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, you want to play the music?
No.
No, don't worry.
Wait, we change it. I just present. I will stay on this.
All right. Don't be in a hurry. We are going to give you the full version at the gala. The full version. So keep your dancing shoes ready. The chairman of the conference, the district director, our leaders at the district, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's be seated. We shall soon be proceeding for lunch. We shall soon be proceeding for lunch. But before then, may I recognize the charter president of the premier corporate Toastmasters Club in Nigeria, the BSN Toastmasters Club, Professor Larry Bale. Professor Larry Bale, please. I was informed he was in the room earlier. All right. Whilst Toastmaster Badaru helps me to fish him out, because he's a golden fish that can't be hidden, we shall proceed in this order. One moment, please. Toastmaster Chidi Madu, please. Your attention is swiftly needed. Whilst that important information which we brought to our notice is being tidied up, please take note of the following for the order of the breakout session. We have the following topics: meaningful meetings, the cornerstone to club success, which will be facilitated by Munisola Ayeshimoju DTM, making your presentations unforgettable, Bazalai Mohammed DTM, front stage. From stage fright to center stage, Toastmaster Olu Joseph, breaking barriers with effective interpersonal communication, Chidi Chukudimadu DTM, building connection in a digital world, Kaude Yusuf DTM. The last but not the least, communication and your personality types, Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho. We shall proceed in this manner. I will humbly request the facilitators to please choose their preferred corners of the room. I'll read the topics again, and then you choose which of the breakout sessions you prefer. The breakout session will run for 20 minutes. Once we are done with the breakout session, we'll reconvene, we'll receive a goodwill message from our immediate past president, and as soon as the charter president of BSN Toastmaster is also fished out, he will speak, and then we'll proceed to lunch. I have been informed by our protocol team in the protocol committee that when we are coming for lunch, you should please come adorned with your conference tag. Come adorned with your conference tag when coming for lunch. We shall follow the procedure we followed yesterday for lunch. If you're interested in having rice, all kinds of rice, once you proceed out of the main conference building, please turn left towards the lagoon front. And once you proceed outside the building, you're interested in local delicacies. In addition to that, yam pottage, ewa going, and the likes. Proceed out of the building and turn right. So may we have the breakout facilitators. Mr. Chair? One moment, please. We apologize for the unintentional break in transmission. Please, facilitators of the breakout session, as I call your name, kindly choose swiftly your preferred corner of the room, and then I'll follow with your topic so that our fellow Toastmasters can gravitate towards whichever of the topics they prefer. Already standing confidently diagonally at the end of the room in the direction which I'm pointing is Toastmaster Olu Joseph, who will be facilitating from stage fright to center stage. From stage fright to center stage. So if you're interested in any aspect of presentation, professional speaking, or interpersonal communication as it relates to dealing with or overcoming stage fright, please go to that direction. Bazalahi Mohammed DTM, where are you, please? Are you choosing that corner? Please remain standing. If you're interested in making your presentation unforgettable, please move towards Bazalahi Mohammed DTM for that breakout session, making your presentation and presentations unforgettable. If you're interested, Mama, are you there? Good. For those who may not know, that is Munisala Aishimoju DTM. If you're interested in meaningful meetings, the cornerstone to club success. Meaningful meetings, the cornerstone to club success. Please meet with Munisola Aishimoju DTM. She's standing and waiting for you there. Please, where is the vice chair for the conference? Chidi Chukudimadu DTM, where are you, please? Is that your corner? All right. If you're interested in breaking barriers with effective interpersonal communication, please come to this corner of the room. Breaking barriers with effective interpersonal communication. Please come to this side of the room to meet with Chidi Chukudimadu DTM. Kade Yusuf DTM, please, where are you? Okay. I've been told he's not around. Toastmaster Fumio Motosho, is that your corner? I'm sorry? Where are you? Which corner are you choosing? No, make a decision. It's your choice. Please go there so that I can direct those who would like to come for your session. If you're interested in communication and your personality types, please join Toastmaster Fumio Motosho in the polka dot dress. Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho, please can you raise your hands for easy identification? Communication and your personality types. Fellow Toastmasters, are you in your corner already? I need to be sure that the breakout session has started, because after 20 minutes, we'll bring it to a close and we'll go for lunch. Toastmaster Akanimo Ojo, where are you, please? Is that your corner? Please keep standing. If you're interested in connecting effectively, making members feel at home, connecting effectively, making members feel at home, please gravitate towards Toastmaster Akanimo Ojo in the lovely green dress. She's raising her hand, identifying that she's there. If you're interested in connecting effectively, making members feel at home, please gravitate towards Toastmaster Akanimo Ojo in the lovely green dress. Facilitators, you may comment. You've got 20 minutes. Once the session has run for 20 minutes, we'll bring it to a close and then go for lunch. Enjoy the insightful sessions.
one here. Dear facilitators, begin to wind down gradually.
Facilitators, please round off. Round off, please. Facilitators, please round off. Facilitators, please bring the discussion to a close. Please, let's get seated. Facilitators, please, at this moment, we need to bring an end to your sessions. Thank you. But I've announced, we've not seen him, so we'll just go on. Facilitators, please, we need to release your group and let them return to their seats. Thank you, facilitators, for your good work. We appreciate you. Please, let's get seated. Let's get seated so that we can proceed to lunch. Take a few information and then we'll proceed to lunch, please. Facilitators, please release your group and let us proceed. Please, let's get seated. May we have some quiet in the room? Please, may we be seated? All local government meetings are hereby dissolved. All local government meetings are hereby dissolved. Please hand over to the caretaker committee chair and return to base. Please let's be seated at this time. We need to round off now and proceed for lunch. But if you continue with this local government meetings that you are having, you will impede the progress of the remaining part of this daylight version of today's program. Please let's be seated. Well, it appears some people don't want us to go for lunch because they have refused to listen to me. And it amazes me that these people, they've got liver. You mean His Royal Majesty will be calling for a quiet in the room, and some people will be blatantly ignoring the call of His Royal Majesty? I am still trying to decide what will become the lot of such people. And according to my royal protocol, I don't take offense on Fridays. All these selfie people, all these social media people, please let's be seated now. Please let's be seated. Sergeant at arms, please take care of these people. Please let's be seated. May we have some quiet in the room, please. We must commend and appreciate all our facilitators. What was your experience? Quick feedback. Yes. Who wants to contribute? What was your experience at your breakout session? Not the facilitators, but participants. Yes. Anybody? How was your experience? Yes, sir. Quick one. May we hand microphone to that gentleman, please. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Thank you. Feedback, please.
Being in
one liner, let's go.
Toastmaster Gajo show, being in the group, it was truly a learning opportunity for me because I was able to learn that for you to engage your speakers, the speech is not about you, yourself. It is about your audience. So if your speech is centered around your audience, that is when they will glue themselves on the speech and be able to for you to communicate to them. Another thing again, considering the lifespan.
All right, let's keep it to one liner. Right? What group was that, please?
Huh?
What group did you attend?
The group is about how to engage audience, how to make speech memorable.
How to make your speech memorable.
Memorable, yes.
Who was the facilitator?
Bazalai.
Bazalai. Let's put our hands together for him. Yes, another contributor. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Feedback. I'm not calling facilitators, I'm calling participants. Yes, yes, yes. The lady in pink. Please hand over the microphone to the lady in pink.
Okay, thank you. I joined the session where we talked about meaningful meeting, the cornerstone to club success. And we learned about how to have meaningful and impactful meeting. That was held by DTM Aisha Maju. She taught us that to have meaningful meetings, we need to make it timely, we need to be intentional about the meeting, and we need to make it purposeful so that those who are not even Toastmasters will be willing to come back to our meeting.
Let's put our hands together for her. That's a brilliant one. Yes, the lady in red. Can we hand over microphone to this lady in red jacket quickly? You may stand while the microphone is getting to you.
everyone. I was in TM Olu Joseph's class, which is from stage 5 to center stage. So this is my center stage.
Toastmaster Joseph, please be quiet. Be quiet. Don't worry, be quiet.
So 3 key things I learned. Visualize success, have content, and 3 R's. And that was relax, reflect, and respond. Thank you.
All right, let's put our hands together for it. Toastmaster Joseph, well done. All right, any group that we have not called, a participant from Toastmaster Chukudimadi's group? Yes, I can see a hand from Toastmaster Akadimo's group. Microphone to the lady raising her hand. She's not. All right. Please give her a microphone. Give her still. We'll get to know our group. If we've taken a response from a particular group, please, you do not need to raise a hand from that group anymore. We want to make sure that we go around all the 6 breakout sessions. Yes, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
I'm TM Vivian. I was in TM Fumi Omotosho's group.
Okay.
And she facilitated the session on communication and your personality style. And though I had a basic understanding of personality types, I think I got a better understanding today on the 4 different personality types and your communication style. So for example, a phlegmatic, of which I found out I am today, and my personality style, which I know about, is being supporting communication style. Yes. So
Thank you very much. Yes, which group did you attend and we are yet to take response from that group?
My group.
Anybody from Toastmaster Akanimo's group who wants to give us a feedback? Or Toastmaster Chukudimadi's group? Yes. Let's hand over microphone to Toastmaster Grace.
So I was at Toastmaster Akanimo's group where she talked about making your audience feel comfortable. There are different ways you could communicate. She made mention of verbal, non-verbal, written, and visuals. So all of these contribute to how your guests, and now not just guests, both existing members, returning members, it just makes them either feel at home or feel kind of insecure or not confident to stay back in the club. Thank you.
Fantastic. Last contribution from Toastmaster Chukudimadi's group. Anybody? Okay. All right. Is that contribution from our group?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is CM Chidima. I was in Toastmasters Chukwudi's group, and we spoke about breaking barriers with interpersonal effective communication. And some of the tips we spoke about was active listening, be clear and concise, ask for clarification, and watch out for non-verbal cues. So when you take these steps, it helps you to communicate better and more effectively. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for all of our facilitators. A round of applause for all of our facilitators, please. Thank you very much, our facilitators, for your good work. We commend you for contributing once again to Toastmasters Club and fulfilling that Toastmasters promise which says, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so. Thank you for serving as a facilitating officer today. Before we proceed to lunch, it is my pleasure to welcome our immediate past district director, a gentleman who is a leadership consultant, a communication strategist, and a strategic consultant in all ramifications. He has contributed immensely over the decades to human capacity development and human capital enhancement. in academic institutions, in corporate institutions, and social organizations. Amongst other corporate appellations for which he is known, he is recognized as not just as educational consultant, but an apostle of purpose in the marketplace. He joined Toastmasters a few years ago, and he has risen through the ranks to serve as club president at Lighthouse Toastmasters Club, Area 19 Director, Division F Director, Club Growth Director at District 94, Program Quality Director at District 94, and eventually District Director at District 94. In the course of all these roles in which he served at the district, he led his directorate to achieve the Excellence Award at Toastmasters International. Having meritoriously completed his tenure, he continues to serve and currently chairs the district committees that escaped me momentarily now. I should get it in the course of the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome distinguished Toastmaster, or rather, I beg your pardon, Toastmaster Patrick Oluide, DTM. And let me also add, for good measure, that he is my very good friend. I know him outside Toastmasters. I can vouch for this gentleman.
Please give a huge round of applause to Oladele Olunika. It's nice to find someone that could vouch for you. You don't think so? You're pretty, looks like you're hungry, right? Should I stop and then I talk after, or I should just go ahead? After all, it's meant to be 5 minutes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I saw some people still pressing their phone. You mean this voice is not loud enough? Good afternoon. The district director, Gael Ahume Jr., DTM, the past district director, Abayomi Ayeshimoju, district leaders that are present, the finance director, Tina, the logistics manager, Kayode Yusuf, our division directors, our champion, Stella, all the area directors, presidents, members, and everybody present. Thank you for this opportunity to deliver the goodwill message. A few years ago, with some two very important leaders that we have today, and they still continue to help Toastmasters in Nigeria, I'll mention their names. Toastmaster Winston Ekwotu and Kayode Yusuf. We began to have the conversation that there should be a platform on which Nigerians meet together. I tried selling that idea to them. Eventually, hello? Oh, I'm very jealous when I'm speaking. Yes, you have to give me the attention. Just those two men having a handshake there. They have to stop. Thank you. Inyang. And so I needed to call your name. So we kept on deliberating. Then COVID came. We now sat down at the end of the day in one eatery. Somehow, 3 of us met in Abuja. That day, something not so nice happened. When we were in an eatery, when we came out, Winston's car was boggled. His Land Cruiser. You know, Winston drives moving house. He doesn't drive cars. You know, when you see him, it was sad that day, but really that was the day we had the final conclusion about the Toastmasters Conference in Nigeria. So what we called it was the Nigerian Toastmasters Conference. Abuja accepted to do it. We will give all of the support, and it was very successful. That was where DTM Soji showed his wonders. And this is 2.0. What this means is that we have been able to proceed to institutionalize this gathering, which means there has to be 3.0 now. So I would like to immensely thank all those that made this happen. I would begin by thanking the district director. It's a very busy man. It's my friend, and I know how busy he is. For him to have made out time to be here. District director, thank you very much. Ça c'est normal. Merci beaucoup. We also thank the finance director that joined him to do that. I would like to thank our leaders, the past district director, Abayomi Ayeshimoju, Inam Wilson, who is unavoidably absent, and then, in sweet memory, give me his name, Mike Omotosho. You know, Mike Omotosho was the first district director for District 94, and he made District 94 the first in the world. You know, so that's really very great. A huge thank you to all of our leaders, and then to all of our leaders who you may not be able to mention their names, but they've been busy working. And so under that umbrella, I'd like to thank the chairman for this event. Toastmaster, I like to call him Rotarian, I don't know why. Toastmaster, I know. Please give him a huge round of applause. Yes, give it to him. Yes, he deserves it. If you have, yes. Good. Thank you. If you have ever organized a birthday party, even if it is just amongst your friends, then you know what it means to put a conference like this together. So we're really very grateful. Thank you very much. To our guests who are present, thank you very much for coming. Thank you for making this event. This event will be incomplete if you don't become Toastmasters. Is that clear? It was not just meant for you to come and have lunch with us. It was meant for you to come, taste Toastmasters, and then so your life will not remain the same again. And I'm sure that's the situation now. So make sure you sign up before you leave. To the Toastmasters, please, I want to beg you. I'm pleading. We're not just Toastmasters so that we can bear the name Toastmasters. We are like salt in the soup. You can't get into a soup and not find the salt. You may not be able to say this is where it is specifically, but the salt makes so much of impact when it comes to soup. I see, it's lunch, so we should be talking about soup. So please, we are meant to go out there to change the world. That's why we are learning. That's why we come together. That's why we're growing. So my charge today, as I say a huge thank you to you for being present and making this event such a graceful one, is to go out there and make the world a better place. Thank you very much for this opportunity to share with you. And the event is not over. We're just going to have lunch. And then I think there's something really very special happening this evening. You know what it is? What is it? What is it? And you know, one of our sponsors is Gala. So let us use this opportunity to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you very much. So I'd like to invite our past district director, Dr. Abayomi Ayeshimoju. He's giving me a huge round of applause in presenting some certificates. In my past life, I used to be MC. In my past life. Please may we welcome all the representative, Toastmaster Amechi Okobi. Do we have a representative who can receive this on his behalf? Yes. Thank you.
Certificate of appreciation to Amechi Okobi as our guest speaker. Congratulations.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Incidentally, the father of Amechi Okobi brought Toastmasters to Nigeria. Thank you.
Honorable Olatunji Bello, we are receiving Toastmaster Motosho. Do that. After Honorable Olatunji Bello will be Honorable Benga Motosho, the immediate past Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Lagos State.
Yes.
Honorable Olatunji Bello is the immediate past Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Lagos State.
Yes, this is to him as a special guest at this conference. Thank him for us.
May we ask to come up swiftly Zainab Adam, one of our panelists. Zainab Adam, please.
Thank you very much.
Another panelist, Etemore Glover. Etemore Glover, where are you, please? Or representative for Etemore Glover, all right? Toastmaster Rashida Sali Bello, DTM. Toastmaster Rashida Sali Bello, DTM, or representative to take on our behalf, please. Toastmaster Tosin Imogeme, please.
Oh, yes, okay, please. Thank you.
Toastmaster Akin Shemowo, please. Or representative. Do we have a representative from his home club, Eagle Toastmasters Club? Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho, will it be too much if I ask you to come back to the days?
Thank you, sir.
Toastmaster Akanimo Ojo, please. Toastmaster Akanimo Ojo or representative from Eagle Toastmasters Club.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, Tia Makanimo.
Toastmaster Oludaisi Joseph, please. Toastmaster Oludaisi Joseph. Bazalahi Mohammed DTM. Monisola Ayeshimoju DTM, please.
That's for you as a facilitator.
Thank you very much.
Chidik Chukudimadu DTM, please.
It is with great delight that I present this certificate of appreciation to my dear wife, Monisola Ayeshimoju DTM, as a facilitator at this conference. Congratulations.
Dr. Ayeshimoju, may I crave your indulgence, sir?
Yes.
Do you mind standing on this side of this dais?
With or without mic?
So yesterday, I wasn't here to listen to the keynote speaker, but the feedback I got was that it was so awesome.
And when I saw the surname, I've been curious to ask, but I forgot. So DTM Ayeshi Moju has been cooking something, and finally we're getting to see that. So this is in appreciation to your own dear son for delivering an excellent keynote address yesterday. On behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers of this program, receive our appreciation, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's the Ayeshi Moju flow. So we want to exceptionally thank our past district director, Abayomi Ayeshi Moju, DTM, for the support that he gave to the organizing committee in helping to arrange and put together an event so beautiful as we're having it today. Thank you very much. So on behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers, receive this certificate of appreciation.
Dr. Ayeshi Moju, we want to thank you for never being tired anytime we call on you at District 94. Please, would you put your hands together for this gentleman? We celebrate you and we appreciate you, sir. You may please take your seat. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Chukwudimadu DTM, please.
For those who are close to you, they know the sacrifice that you must have put into getting this conference to work this way. I'm also aware of your own personal sacrifices for being here. So thank you very much. We won't start counting them one after the other, but you've been an immense blessing to this event, and you've always been that kind of person. So on behalf of Toastmasters in Nigeria and the organizers, part of who you are, we'd like to say a huge thank you to you. Thank you very much.
Toastmasters, practically, they please stand there. In life, what you do to others will be done to you. So please stand there. Mr. Chair, please. Life is about seed time and harvest. You know he's my good friend, so I will tell him the truth. Mr. Chair.
Okay. My debonair, immediate past district director, the man that looks dapper always. I've known him to be somebody that anytime I see him, I like to dress like him. I like to be like you. And above all, his confidence and his charm is something to reckon with. Thank you so much, sir. He has always been a pillar, and even in the planning of the conference, he was always calling in and asking and finding out the progress level of the conference. We were together in Abuja last year, so he knew and quite well understood all the challenges. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the encouragement and all the beats that you have rendered. Thank you so much, sir. So on behalf of the Nigerian Toastmasters Conference 2.0, we want to present this to you. A token of our appreciation. Patrick Oluide, DTM, past District Director, District 94. Come on, let's celebrate him. Let's put our hands together for him. Thank you.
Patrick Olude, DTM, my good friend, I want to thank you for being a selflessly serving gentleman. And I say that because I've not seen you only serve at Toastmasters. I've seen you continue to serve in your private life. I know how you have also served me personally. Thank you. Thank you. Please, you may take your seat. At this juncture, I'd like to quickly call all the members of the planning committee of Nigerian Toastmasters 2.0. Please come out quickly and please file here quickly. We need to recognize you for putting together this show. Please come out quickly, all the members of the committee. Please, let's keep applauding them as they make their way to the dais. All the members of the committee. All the members of the committee. All the members of the committee for Nigerian Toastmasters 2.0 2023. All the members of the committee. Thank you for your good work. Thank you for your tireless work. Nigeria knows it. Nigeria feels it. Nigeria is impacted by it. Well done. Let's celebrate them. Come on, let's celebrate them. Let's celebrate them. Let's celebrate them for giving us this show in the last 2 days. Come on, let's celebrate them. Some people came for this conference and they thought they were at a district conference. Come on, let's celebrate them. Thank you. Please, you may be seated. Our leaders and our fellow Toastmasters. May I call May we have some quiet? May we have some quiet? Mr. Photographer, we will need to do presentation before photographs. Please, quickly. No, please, let's just stay on the line on the days.
Just stand on the line.
Please, those of us on the podium, may we kindly go to the dais in the lower level. Thank you. Thank you. May I respectfully welcome our district director, Gael Ahumizunu DTM, to kindly do the honors. Let's put our hands together for our district director, please. Ayatola Olanrewaju, please. Where are you? Conference Planning Committee. Isaac Ogbodayegbe, where are you, please? Austin Madwegbona, where are you, please? Fumi Amatosha, please. Al Hassan Mohammed. Al Hassan Mohammed. Amy Shombusho, please. Amy Shombusho, or representative. Babatunde Adegbide, please. Toastmaster Akanimojo, please stand there. What you do to others will be due to you and will be done for you. Toastmaster Akanimojo, please. Deborah Iherikan. Deborah Iherikan. Elizabeth Iwoha. Stella Odua, please. Stella Ochono, please. Ebube Modi, please. Ebube Modi, please. Or representative. Olu Joseph. Olu Joseph, please. Abdurrahim Oreagba. Abdurrahim Oreagba, please. Pamela Elekwachi, please. Pamela Elekwachi, please. Modupe Badiru, please. Mercy George Igbafe, please. Grace Peter, please. Adenike Kolawole, please. Damilare Olaniyan, please. Zainab Adam, please. Francis Ehiabi, please. He's on its way. Francis, quickly. Norma Efahan, please. Grace Braid, please. Grace Braid. Josephine Agolo, please.
It's all about the music.
Craig Esohode, please. Razak Odejayi, please. Yusuf Akweno, please. Joy Ojakovo, please. Tosin Olorunleke, please. Ashiata Badmos, please. Gabriel Kaode Ejitokun, please. Abubakar Kimba, please. Chuks Unwabweze, please. Ayodele Jayola, please. Enna Enagovo, please. Mohammed Ikrama, please. Bazalai Mohammed, please. Chinedu Omenkoko, please. John Onumia, please. Austin Madweguna, please. Chidi Chukudimadu, please. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. District Director. A round of applause for our District Director, please. Please let us welcome, in a manner of speaking, the largest masquerade that is coming out of the grove last. The chairman of the conference, Steve Aino, PhD, please.
My district director, it's often said that, if you have seen beyond others, it's because you stood on the shoulders of giants. So based on that, I like to give the credit to these people. They are the guys that did the work. I was just, in fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've been sleeping very well. They were the ones just doing the work. At the point, I almost exited the platform because I couldn't cope with the conversation again. They were beyond me, but they took the work beyond the call of duty. I salute. 21 gun salute for everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. District Director. Please, may I crave your indulgence? Kindly stand here and take a picture, a commemorative picture with the conference. At this time, some of us can please go up on the dais for better aesthetics. Let's do this quickly. This category of awardees are advisors to the conference planning committee. Kubi Uyanga, please. Kubi Uyanga, please. Photographer, please, where are you? He is? Photographer, I was told you are angry. Oh, I was told you are hungry. Iyang Ate Iyang, please. These categories of Toastmasters were advisors to the conference planning committee. Dr. Abayami Ayeshimoji, please. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Olusoju Saliu, please. Kayode Yusuf, please.
Okay. We'll keep it really very rare. Okay. Who is the chairman? And we don't need to read his profile.
Okay, yeah. Please, may I invite the district finance manager, Toastmaster Tina, to please step forward. Please approach this place.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, in the last 1 day or 2 days that we have been having this conference, our compeers, they are our facilitators who have been running this program in a very seamless manner, and they've given it a very top-notch approach. That most of the feedback I was getting is that this is a world-class conference. It couldn't have happened without the effort of these two people who have been anchoring this program right from yesterday morning up till this time out. All right, so may I now invite our lady compere, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Abuja, Toastmaster Faith V.I. Come on. All right. Wow. Somebody say wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And of course, the chairman of all MCs. The chairman of all MCs, the one and only quintessential polymath. The only quintessential polymath in the whole of the Toastmasters community. Any other quintessential polymath is a counterfeit. And also our Royal King for this year, Toastmaster 2.0, the Royal King. So this man is wearing so many hats. I bow for you, sir. I salute. I stand in awe of your eloquence. Thank you so much, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, may I invite once again our district finance manager to present to DTM Oladele Olonike, our MC for the program. Come on, celebrate him. Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So I think we are done, and it's time we should be going for lunch now. I'm already getting some protests that lunch should have been served.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
All right, so the last thing we're going to do before we go for lunch this afternoon, I want to invite the division director for Division E to please join me, the delectable Toastmaster Stella George, DTM. People who know this lady know she's an action lady. Yesterday, somebody told me that if something has to be done, the moment you mention it, go and do this. Stella is already there doing it. Before you even finish it, do this. And she and the other division directors, Toastmaster Abdullahi Jimo and Toastmaster Nelson, who know here, were very instrumental to the success of this conference. Because for everything that we did, we needed to get the buy-ins of the division directors, we needed to get their approvals. We even spent ₦1, because you actually have to be accountable. But it made it very easy, it made it very seamless for us to get all the go-ahead. She was also very quick to say no when she wanted to say no. And then you have to come and justify why you needed to spend that money. In addition to that, Division E supported this conference with money, even before the thought of the other divisions supporting the conference. She did reach out to say, oh, my finance manager is going to send something to the conference account as a token from Division E. And this spurred the other division directors to key into that initiative. That was also facilitated by the fact that The district director was here with us, still here with us. He enjoyed the day one so much that he decided that he was going to support the conference through the divisions by donating. Should I mention the amount? Don't worry, so that some people will not go and block me at the gate and try to collect it. Because this money is foreign currency. And you know foreign currency in this country is very scarce. So I want to appreciate our division director, Toastmaster Stella, George Detier, for being our backbone, for supporting us, and for ensuring that we had the space to do the things that we wanted to do. We had the space to come up with ideas, and you supported them and ensured that this conference is a success today. So on behalf of the planning committee, Mr. Chairman, please join me. Toastmaster Kubi, DTM, please join me. We want to say thank you, merci, obrigado, everything. We celebrate you. Yes. Okay. You want to say something? Okay.
Yes, thank you. I would like on behalf. Okay. Okay, I should move now. Oh, okay. Action. I'd like on behalf of Division E. Are you guys here? Yes, to accept this certificate of appreciation by the Toastmasters Nigerian Conference organizers. I truly appreciate. The reason why we are here is to serve. And the call to service is a call to action. It's a call to responsibility, and it's a call to responsiveness. And I'd like to assure you that that is what I will continue to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, on a final note, all right, on a final note, I may not have the chance again, but there's one that must take all the glory that has not been mentioned. Finally, we want to return all the glory to God Almighty for making this conference a reality. It's not going to be complete if we don't return all the glory to Him. This is my third conference that I'm organizing at national level as the conference chairman, and God has always been helping. So I return all the glory unto Him for further engagement in future.
The chairman of the conference, district director, our immediate past district director, our leaders at the district, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, please take these pieces of announcement before you go. Be reminded that you are to come to the buffet table with your tags won. In addition to that, all our current and past division directors, some of us are already aware of a meeting. We are to meet with Toastmaster Yusuf, Kaude Yusuf DTM, at the lunch hall. The corner has been chosen. You see Toastmaster Yusuf there. Please let us meet during lunch. Faith, what do you have for our people as we go to lunch?
We want to say it's been a pleasure and an honor to have served as the compare for Toastmasters Nigerian Conference 2.0, and we say thank you for having us.
As a reminder once again to all of our guests who want to inquire about Toastmasters, kindly move to the back of the room in the direction in which I'm pointing diagonally. Our fellow Toastmasters are there to attend to you. It is not wise to come for a conference such as this and not join Toastmasters. So please go there. A good number of you have met us and you want to join Toastmasters.
Members of Mary Toastmasters Club, please wait behind at the back for a group photo. Just 1 minute.
Fellow Toastmasters, please enjoy your lunch and remember that 6 p.m. we reconvene at the media lounge at the foyer downstairs for red carpet engagement, and at 7 p.m. the dinner and gala will kick off. Be reminded that it's a black tie event. Faith.
Thank you.
Are you ready for lunch?
Very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your beautiful evening.